The situation in Kyiv right now, senior foreign correspondent Ian Pannell is there. Good morning, Ian.
Yeah, good morning, George. This is what's become of the centre of Kyiv. You can see these heavy fortifications, sandbags, tank traps. It's not just here, it's across the city. And this city keeps waking up every day to the sound of aerial bombardment. But in terms of the Russian land invasion, that seems to have stalled. They're about 9 miles from the capital, and they haven't advanced for well over a week now.
This morning, as Russia expands its attacks with that missile strike near the western city of Lviv, the onslaught of Russian bombardment in Kyiv continues again today. Firefighters battling a blaze in an apartment building struck by a missile. Every morning in the capital has started like this week. The city's mayor posting a video from the rubble pointing out the destruction, where 1 person died and 19 were injured, including 4 children. And in besieged Mariupol, authorities are searching for survivors after that attack on a theatre there, where as many as 1,000 civilians were believed to be sheltering. So far, only 130 people have been confirmed rescued from the site, while hundreds remain missing. These images, released by the Azov Battalion, a far-right paramilitary group now part of the Ukrainian National Guard. While some residents have managed to escape the besieged city, there are up to 250,000 civilians still trapped there. Ukraine's second-largest city, Kharkiv, has been mercilessly shelled since the start of this war. A market was hit by a Russian missile, another civilian target. And we're now learning that 68-year-old James Whitney Hill, an American citizen, was among the dead in a Russian artillery strike in Chernihiv in the north. A senior US official telling ABC News they believe Putin's become isolated and is now prone to anger. With the Russian military advance stalled throughout the country, they've switched tactics, using long-range missile systems from within Russia. President Biden saying Western allies are united against Putin.
A murderous dictator. A pure thug who is waging an immoral war against the people of Ukraine.
Secretary of State Blinken saying the Russians are committing war crimes and may go even further.
We believe that Moscow may be setting the stage to use a chemical weapon and then falsely blame Ukraine to justify escalating its attacks on the Ukrainian people.
US officials believe Ukrainian President Zelensky remains in great danger, but he's repeatedly refused to leave his people behind. Even though hospitals are now being targeted, Zelensky visited a family wounded as they tried to escape in their car. The war's reached everyone here, even the most vulnerable. We visited a shelter for babies born to surrogate mothers cared for by 8 extraordinary nurses. Incredible scenes in this basement. There are 20 babies sheltering essentially from the war, waiting for parents to try and brave the battles coming from around the world, including America, to try and collect their kids. And in the meantime, they're down here underground, hiding from the war.
Well, that is the situation for so many innocent people. Some deeply worrying comments from the Russians that we need to bring you this morning. The Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov saying that any weapons shipments coming into the country will be considered, quote, legitimate targets. Now, he's not clear whether this means just on Ukrainian territory or potentially on the territory of US NATO allies like Poland. But it's also worth making the point that these are the same routes that are used for humanitarian convoys and for those hundreds of thousands of civilians fleeing the country. Seems almost impossible to know what it is you could be targeting. And George, I have to say, it feels like we're entering a new, even more dangerous phase in this conflict today.
Such a harrowing situation. Okay, Ian, thanks.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.